we are living in right now. For all of us to come together, most of us not knowing each other, most of us never being here before, and I walk around and it's all smiling faces. It's love. And it is so uplifting. My chest is heart just bursting open from this. And I thank you all for that. But thank yourselves. Y'all have come and help us put this together by being here with your energies. And we are so thankful for everyone. And please keep in mind, we're going to try to do this again next year too.
Yeah. So good turnout.
The music now is about to start. And you're going to be blown away multiple times by the folks that we have here coming. And this man, Raven Wolf, was here last Sunday and just rocked us like crazy with a flute. And he is amazing. He's just a magician with it. And he's had a life that teaches us a lot too. So I'm going to turn it over to Raven Wolf.
Woohoo!
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Excellent. My name is Raven Wolf. I am a Taino and Seminole native, born and raised in the reservation in South Florida, and now I'm a resident of this great state.
Yay!
A fantastic place to be. I began playing the flute at 15 years old because I failed at everything else that was native. I could not dance, I could not sing, and I drew terrible stick figures, so I was not doing well. And my grandmother, she gave me a flute and told me to go play to the alligators, and so I did. And song came out, and I learned to play from nature. Nature taught me how to play. It is the only teacher I've had. So the first song I'm going to play is a song of welcoming. And it is an invitation for everyone to be here.
I sing the song. You sing the song.
You know, it's interesting how music is looked at as a gift. And the way I look at music is just as part of who we are. And I think when we discover ourselves, we discover that gift. And I believe that music lives in all of us. 1 month ago, my car was stolen. And in my car were all my flutes. Every flute I ever owned. I lost everything. And I sat back and I was angry and I was sad and I was all those things. And so I go online on Facebook and I start letting everybody know how upset I was. I lost my flutes and I lost my car. And one by one, people reached out to me and they sent me new flutes. It is amazing the love that our tribe can bring us. They surround us in times of need, and they give to us. I asked for nothing, and all this was given to me. So it is my place to give this back to you. Is the least that I can do.
Thank you.
So I feel that the flute is a storyteller, and it teaches us many things in the words that it shares, and we have to hear those words. And I think that the words that we hear are different to each person. When the native flute was first played, it was played to the cadence and rhythm of songs that were already sang. So the flute player would sing it based on how the songs sounded. And every flute song had a story and a reason behind it. There's one story I really enjoy, and it's about a bear. And this bear he was part of a great tribe. And this bear, very much like me, really did not fit in to what he would expect to be in the tribe. He could not dance. And when he sang, the ground shuddered and the birds flew away. When he went to draw, his paws were clumsy and he made nonsense in the sand. He really was not good at that either. He felt shame, and so he packed up his things and he decided he was going to leave because he was an embarrassment or a shame to his people, to his tribe, all the animals that looked up to him. And so he went up to a cave. And he lived in this cave for an unknown amount of time. And one day someone asked, well, where is the bear? Where did he go? And the sly little fox, who knew everything about everyone, said, I know where he is. And the reason he is gone is because he is embarrassed. He's ashamed. He doesn't fit in. He doesn't know where he belongs in the tribe. And he said, I have an idea. I'm going to bring him a flute. And everyone laughed and thought it was funny. Giant bear with clumsy hands who couldn't dance, sing, could not draw. How could he possibly play the flute? So the sly little fox climbs up this mountain, and at the mouth of this cave was this bear, grumpy and angry. And the fox goes to the bear and says, your people have sent me to you, and I have a gift. And he handed the flute to the bear, and the bear, very cautious and really not sure that he was going to be able to play this. Actually, he was quite sure he would not be able to. He took the flute and he tried. So the fox looked at the bear and said, well, you made sound. Now I'm going to be back in 3 days. And I bet you my life that if you cannot play this flute, you may eat me. The bear thought that was a pretty good deal there, and eat him some time. The fox looked well and looked like he'd be some good food. So the bear sat back and he's like, well, I might as well try. You know, that fox did look pretty yummy. And so he sat back, and day and night he tried to play. And each time he was not satisfied with the way he sounded. And on the third day, he stood at the mouth of the cave with his flute. He closed his eyes and he looked up to Great Spirit and said, Spirit, if it was meant for me to have a song, give me a song. And if it was not meant for me to have a song, perhaps it was meant for me to have a meal. And so he took his flute and he tried one more time. And the bear, when he finished his song, opened his eyes. And in front of him were all the members of his tribe. The elk was there, the buffalo, the otters, the birds, and they all came to hear him. They all looked and smiled and said, "We knew you had a song, and we've been waiting on the bottom of the mountain for you to sing it. We never doubted once that you would be able to sing this song. You just had to find that beauty within yourself." And overfilled with joy and compassion and humbleness, the bear, he played some more. That is the story of the bear and the cave. Can anyone play the hand drum? Anyone play the hand drum?
Somebody in here can do it.
Somebody can play
Somebody
the hand
can do it. Where's that Scottishman?
Do we have somebody brave enough to play the hand drum?
Oh, yes.
A chair.
Do you want this chair?
Okay.
I won't take your phone.
All rhythms start with the heart. It is how we learned to play drum. And it is how we learn to play flute. And it is how we learn to play all the things that we play. It is through our heart. Our heart has a particular rhythm for a reason, because it is the beginning and the end of everything that we hear. The very first thing we hear when we are born is our heart. And the last thing we feel is our heart when we die. The heart. anyone can play this. There's not a single soul that cannot play the Native American flute. They don't exist. The only ones who cannot play it are the ones who choose not to play it. So I definitely offer the opportunity for all of you to learn. If you find the opportunity, get yourself a flute. How much it costs does not matter. You can get a very inexpensive one. I learned on a flute that was probably gotten from a thrift store or something out of it. I'm not sure. It wasn't a very good flute. And it is how I learned. We all have this music within us, and we all have the potential to make it a part of who we are. Maybe it's not the native flute. Perhaps it's the Indian flute, the African flute, the Irish flute. We all share wind and we all share breath. And it is something that I believe we all are able to do. I used to go out in the Everglades and I used to watch animals, and I think to myself, I'm going to play like the next animal that shows up. An alligator popped his head out.